guys, welcome to this episode of Sarah Uncut. I hope you're having a great day today so far. We need to talk about something. We need to talk about your level of confidence. I know. Every once in a while, I like to send out questions to our newsletter group. Hi, and if you're not on our newsletter group, I don't know what you're doing. Like, go to sarahwalton.com and get on there. People, it's so much fun over there. So I like to do this because as a coach and as a business mentor, hi, if you've never met me before, hi, my name's Sarah Walton. That's why I just sent you sarahwalton.com. Yeah, so I'm a business mentor, author, and speaker, and my specialty is really in helping women heal their relationship to money and work on sales and develop a really strong, beautiful business model, right? So we can't do that if we're not confident. And in order for me to really understand my people, which I love to do, like I love to get to know you guys. Again, that's why I say get on my newsletter list so we can chat. Like I love to get to know you really well. One of the things I do is I ask questions a lot. And in this episode, I want to chat about one that I hear a lot, and it's how do I increase my confidence? All right, so you guys, so when I sent out this last round of questions, okay, what I was really asking about is what do you feel is missing? If there's one thing I could give you on the planet Earth, like, what could I give you that would make a big difference? And without question, the highest response, like in all the responses we got, I love data so much as I looked at all the different responses we got, confidence got like its own bucket. People ask this question in different ways, but we really put it under the confidence bucket. And here's the thing, guys, I have a little bit of a different definition for confidence, and this actually comes from Brendon Burchard, whom I love and adore. He's been a mentor of mine for a long time. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. He's awesome. He defines confidence, and I've absolutely adopted this, as faith in your ability to figure it out. Now, I've changed that a little bit because I deal with women, right? And one of our biggest issues is self-trust. So I've now changed that a little bit to trusting yourself that you can figure anything out. And I really believe that is the definition of confidence, right? You really trust in yourself to handle whatever comes your way. Like that is confidence. You walk into a room with your shoulders back and your head up and you're like, bring it, let's go. Because you trust yourself to figure out what is going to come your way. Okay, so one of the best things you can do to help bolster this, and this is just like a fast and dirty Sarah Uncut to get you off and running to your new year, like kicking some ass, that's right. I want you to start to keep a competency journal. Now, a competency journal is exactly what it sounds like, except I want you to carry it with you. Nobody else knows what it is, by the way, just you and me. We're the only ones who knows. Shh, keep it secret. But what you do is you actually write down your wins. Now, you can do this on a weekly basis. You can do this on a daily basis. But what you're going to do is you can literally write in things like, had a tough conversation with my kids, asked my boss for a raise, fired a client that I shouldn't have been working with anymore, gave myself new financial goals for the year, hired somebody when I was nervous, right? These are little things and big things that you can write down on the daily or on the weekly that help you see how much you're capable of handling. Because there's something that's awesome in the world. It's called the competency confidence loop. The more competent you feel, right, the more you're going to trust yourself to figure things out, which increases your confidence. I know. Right? Amazing. Your mind just blew right in your own brain, right? Yeah, it's awesome. So that's the idea, is that you start to keep track of what you've actually done that's amazing, and that helps you figure out what your best next step is. That might be a little bit challenging for you. It might be a little bit nerve-wracking, but you're super excited about it. So that's the next thing that you want to do to increase your confidence right away. Now, if you're feeling down in the dumps, if you're like, Sarah, I don't even think I'm competent at all. Which, hey, you know what? Can we just all be honest? Don't we all have those days? Like, can we just tell the truth about that for a second? Everybody has a day like that where they're like, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm doing here, right? I mean, I have those days where I always joke around. My calling card with my own coach is I'm like, I think I should go work at Starbucks and make people really happy all day long with kick-ass coffee. And that's all I'm doing from here on out, right? That's like our running joke. She's like, yes, go serve a whole bunch of people coffee and make them laugh all day long. I'm like, you know what? That would be amazing, right? We joke around about that all the time. And the reason we joke around about that, right? Because what would that actually give me? And I always use myself as an example. I'm always super transparent with you guys. There's no such thing as unicorns and rainbows for somebody all the time. It just doesn't exist, okay? We all have really hard times. We all have bad days. And the reason I'm sharing the Starbucks story with you is, one, I love Starbucks. I go in there and way overpay for coffee because I just love it. And if you've never heard my spiel about how money follows value when it comes to Starbucks, you should check that out. Just Google it. I'm on there. I know that I can make people smile. I know that I can make people laugh. I know that if I actually was serving coffee all day long, I would have a blast. I would love the way I would smell when I got home. Like, I love that smell so much, right? I could drink all the free coffee and be even more animated than I am now. I know that might scare some people, but it would be fun for me. So it's like, I go there. Why would I use Starbucks as an example? Because I know I'd be good at it. That sounds funny, right? I know I'd be really good at it. And what would that do? That would boost my confidence. That would make me so happy, and I know I'd be contributing to others, right? So why not? And I want you to think of things like that and then just put yourself in it for a minute. Just breathe through it. Like if you're having a really crappy day, right? You're having one of those days where you're like, I love no one loves me, and I'm stupid, and I should just pack it in and, move to the middle of nowhere and ride a bicycle to create my own electricity, right? If that's the day you're having, I want you to just put yourself in a moment that you were really happy, in a moment where you contribute to other people, in a moment where all of your strengths would be used. And just sit there for a minute. And for me, that's Starbucks, right? Like for me, just sit there and just have the best time. And the reason I choose that is there's no pressure, right? It'd be just joy. It would just be fun. There might be someone who's pissed off about their order here and there, but I'd make them laugh and it would be fine. Now, if I want to really push myself to the next level, right? So let's say I'm having an iffy day. I'm not totally down in the dumps. That's that no pressure, just happiness kind of vision. The next one for me, right, would be hugging Oprah before I go out to speak on a stage of people that she's gathered for me to speak to. Holy crap. Okay, now we're cooking with gas, right? Like now I'm like, oh my God, I'm totally lit up. I'm totally on fire. Holy cow, that would be amazing. And then I put myself in that moment. That is all of my strengths plus my ambition, right? Plus my deepest desires, plus all of what I know I'm here to actually do. And while making people smile on a daily basis is awesome, and I could absolutely do that too, this stokes my ambition. This goes to the deepest, biggest levels of my life's work, okay? And for me, the difference is scale, right? I might make somebody's day in Starbucks who's having a bad day, and I might put them in a better mood and they don't go home and fight with their kids or their spouse. That would be awesome. That's really great. And that's one-to-one work. Putting me on a stage where Oprah is, right? Where she's got her people and it's being recorded. Now it just went 1 to millions. And that's why it lights me up so much. It's not just about the name recognition, right? And the popularity. It's about the exponential use of my strengths. Does that make sense? So it's about amplifying our strengths to a deeper level. And sometimes Starbucks sounds better, right? Like sometimes, oh my gosh, I'll just sit here and I'll make videos all dang day by myself. Nobody knows I'm here. I'll just do it all day, every day. And let's hope we inspire some people. So that's one way. Starbucks is another way. But when I look at how I really want to live my life, when I look at the biggest, brightest goals I can come up with that really would make me develop my confidence, like, can you imagine the confidence you have to walk out there after hugging Oprah and not like go, hi, and two, oh, and she smells good. And oh my, like, I mean, really, like, can you imagine the confidence that takes and the self-composure it takes to have a moment like that and then get out there and do what there is for you to do? See what I'm saying? So there's different levels based on where your own confidence is today and what you can pull out of yourself, right? If you watched my video, my Sarah Uncut on motivation, the same thing sort of comes with confidence, right? And we'll link to the motivation video under here so you can see what I'm talking about. I talk about how motivation is not doled out by some angel. Neither is confidence. Confidence is something you have to cultivate. Confidence is something you earn within yourself. No one outside of you is going to give you confidence, right? Because confidence is an internal job. You start to trust yourself to figure things out and to move things forward. Okay, so these moments where you can put yourself in a kind of a low pressure situation where your strengths can be used all the way up to the highest pressure, right? Like, oh my God, that would be amazing. Like, what would it take for me to do that? You want to put yourself in all of these different scenarios so that you can watch yourself go through it. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's just in your own head, that matters. So you really watch yourself create this. You watch yourself in the moment. You see yourself doing it and knowing that the present you figured out what she needed to do to get there, and that nobody is given something you're not given. Nobody has special access to the world in a way you don't. Like, that's not the case. We all have to work. We all have to stretch ourselves. And honestly, what else is life for? Could you imagine how boring it would be if everything was handed to you? It'd be nice for a day or two, and then after that, we'd all get really bored. So practice your own levels of confidence. Start that competency journal. Put yourself in the moment of success. See what's possible for yourself, and then ask yourself, what did that woman in the successful moment there, what did she do to get herself there? Because I'm here now, but I know I can get there. And that, my friend, is confidence. I'll see you next time.